What's up, everyone? Ajax the Mister here, and today I want to talk about a very special game that has been on my plate for quite some time. I've only just got around to starting my first playthrough with it, and that, of course, in case you can't tell from the title, and of course what you're seeing right now on the screen, is Persona 5. Now, some of you are probably wondering, like, yo, Ajax, I mean, come on, Persona 5 came out, like, a little bit, like, last year, around April or so. I know, this game came out quite some time ago, but main reason why I'm talking about it now is because, in case you guys don't know me, I tend to not get games or buy them when they're full price. You know, $60 is a lot of money, and, you know, just being a student, you just really don't have that much time going into buying every new game that has potential when it comes out day one. But man, do I regret not getting into this game so much sooner than anticipated. It's gonna be really hard to talk about this game without gushing over how amazing it is. But before we get into the game itself, I just want to give like some history with Persona, or at least lack thereof. That being, my first Persona game is this one, Persona 5. I've never played a Persona game before this. I was aware of the series and the franchise, you know, back in its PSP and I believe PS Vita days. But, I mean, I didn't really get into it because it seemed like such a huge entry barrier. Like, every time I would see gameplay of the thing, it would always show, like, just something so incomprehensible happening. You have these, like, huge cast of characters. Each of them have, like, their own, like, you know, persona, I guess, for lack of better words. That's literally what it is. Their own, or hey, let's even go as far as to call them stands from JoJo. I'm gonna get into that really soon in this video, but personas. Every character had their own persona, and, you know, I couldn't understand the lore. Like, are these demons? Are these digital monsters? Because they're going into TV sometimes. There was just a huge entry barrier for me to get into the franchise, at least at first glance. Obviously, if I had taken the time to try and, you know, play the games, I probably would have enjoyed them. But at first glance, I was always like, you know what? I don't know. I think I'll pass him over. Pass me that Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. So again, never had any previous history with the previous Persona games or the Shin Megami Tensei franchise in general. And honestly, the only reason why I even have the game right now is because there was a huge sale on it. And curiosity really got the better of me. I've been hearing so many good things about this game, but even me being a cautionary person, I was always like, yeah, but like, you know, it just looks like another turn-based strategy game. What exactly is making people, quote-unquote, shit the bed when it comes to this game? It just looks like, you know, you take turns attacking and you boost your stats. It's like any RPG. What exactly about this makes this game so appealing? So, of course, when it went on sale for $30, I was like, you know what? It's time to feed that curiosity. Let's see what people were talking about with this game. And wow, I think the first thing that popped out to me were the visuals. I mean, you guys are already seeing what's going on right now as I bumble around and, you know, attempt to talk to enemies and, you know, attempt my, you know, early beginnings in combat. Again, most of this gameplay is like early on in the game, but everything from the combat to the menu selection to walking around the city, everything about this game, even the UI, oozes style and pizzazz. I've never seen a game so confident in its presentation and what it wants to show in its, you know, just its interface even by itself, and succeed in doing it. This game is such a treat. Just navigating the menus, seeing how, you know, the text boxes interact with each other, how even in battles, your actions to, you know, attack your opponent are all sprouting from your avatar. It's just something so unique and so stylish that I love about this series going in so far as a newbie. I'm not really sure if the previous games had anything similar to that, but I mean, if this is something to look forward to in any of the other games, sign me up. And since we're still on the topic of presentation, just going off of what I said earlier about this being, you know, stands from JoJo, I see so much inspiration from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in here. Now, if those of you guys who have been longtime fans of this channel, you guys would know that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is my bread and butter. I love that series to the moon and back, and every day I pray to wake up to seeing JoJo Part 5 announcement season being released sometime this year. But we'll still have to wait and see on that front. But either way, everything about this game just looks and feels like a JoJo experience. You know, the way the characters pose, how stylish and fabulous all their outfits are, everything about it just screams JoJo. Even the whole, you know, power scheme in this franchise, personas. Personas are literally stands from JoJo, and that's not a bad thing. Stands are freaking amazing. They're so badass in JoJo. What's not to love to see something similar in that aspect represented in something so fabulous as this game, Persona 5. I cannot tell you how much I love encountering these new personas and just seeing the animations on them. Each of them has a unique art style to them, their own unique character animations, and you feel like each persona is different from the last one. Now, of course, you're gonna get some copy and paste monsters that you've seen from other games, like, okay, you have some succubus lady, you have some slime monster, but I gotta admit, there were some monsters in here that caught me off guard. I was like, oh, I don't think I've ever seen a monster like that before. This is like a unique character design. So again, presentation just exceeds expectations dramatically. I can't stress that enough. The presentation alone is enough to make me want to experience Persona 5. And do I need to mention the battle music that plays in the background? Good Lord, that thing plays every battle that you go into, at least so far from what I've experienced. But you just do not care because that song is so catchy. And you feel like such a badass when you're pulling off combos and you have that song going on. You see me coming. Okay, I'm not gonna sing for you guys, but you get what I'm saying though. That song etched in my mind. Already, you know, purchased the entire album. I love the music, everything about the presentation in this game. Again, just exceeds expectations. Now, going into the combat, it's not too different from what you would experience in maybe other turn-based RPGs. But again, that's not a bad thing. If you can do that genre well, then you pretty much did your job. You're doing an excellent turn-based RPG strategy game. And I honestly think that this is that type of game. It's not too different, or it doesn't stream too off the beaten path from how previous turn-based RPG games have played, but it just does a little bit enough different to make you feel, you know, fresh and new with this particular fighting system. Going into what I think cinematically are the best scenes in the game, aside from, you know, the anime cutscenes, are moments like these where basically the teammate that you're going to recruit awakens their inner persona. I just find something so badass and mesmerizing about these scenes. You know, I'm watching it right now for a second time with Anne, and like, it's just stuff like this, you know, it just feels like awakening a JoJo stan. It's so badass. She breaks free right now, and I believe her stan's name was Carmen. And, you know, they have to rip off the mask and awaken their inner wings of rebellion. And, you know, it's a very seductive stand. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And then as soon as she sees the guard, she just goes freaking Bayonetta on his ass, just chopping off, you know, that rendition of herself that was distorted in this guy's twisted reality. Again, it's going way too deep into the meta to explain that. But again, it's moments like these where a party member awakens their persona that is just so amazing. You get so pumped up, you get so excited to just use that new persona. It's like capturing a new Pokemon in a way. It's just so badass. And of course, Anne's about to fight this guy that's basically on the shitter, but you guys get what I'm saying. I love these scenes where new characters awaken their inner persona, and it's just overall pretty sweet to see. And speaking of badass, these moments where you get, you know, your opponent stunned and you do this anime stylistic type of attack on them, it's just so badass. Again, I know I keep saying that over and over again, but I just can't stress that enough. I really love this game, and I'm gonna be playing it for quite some time for the foreseeable future, because again, I believe it's like around 100+ hours. I believe it goes even into the 190 marks, because you know, you even have the side activities where you're in the real world and you're just a normal student. You know, it's one of those things where, like in most animes or just any form of fiction, where you know, the high school student basically unlocks a new ability or power, and it's just assumed that he drops his whole personal life and goes off to be a superhero. That's pretty much what happens in those lines of fiction, but in this universe, that's not the case. These are still high school teenagers. They unlocked these powers and abilities, but they still got that exam on Friday, you know? They still have to go to class. They still have their Mondays through Fridays, or at least in Japan, in this case, Monday through Saturdays. And it's just nice living both of those aspects and none of them feeling like boring or annoying to get through. I love going into these metaverse, you know, combat scenarios as much as I love just living out my main characters' high school days. Like, it's just really engaging because of all the things that you can do. You can read to raise your intelligence. You can go eat a big burger to raise your guts. You can go to the batting cages with your friends to increase their social ranks. Just the social aspect alone is up to the brim with so much content, and I cannot wait to experience all of it. Again, I'm really early on into the game, but I've spent at least around 15 or so hours, and I'm still learning new things in this game. So I'm really excited to show you guys more gameplay. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What did you guys think about Persona 5? Do you want me to keep showing gameplay clips of it? Do you want me to show just maybe boss fight battles? Again, I really love this franchise as of now, and I cannot wait to see what comes more out of this series, if there is going to indeed be more after Persona 5. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, folks, don't forget to stay beautiful. I'm Ajax the Mister, and as always, thanks for watching.